All right, Tigers, here we go. Friday, supply and producer surplus. We're out of the demand realm for right now. We're going to move over to the supply realm. So we won't be in supply as long as we were in demand because now that you understand demand, you should be able to move and roll with supply pretty well, okay? So what is supply, okay? Let's give you the old textbook definition right here. It's the various quantities that suppliers are willing to produce their product based on price. Okay? Unlike the law of demand, there is a direct relationship between price and quantity. So as price goes up, the quantity producer's supply increases. Excuse me. And as price falls, the quantity producer supply falls. So when we look at this before, or look at this now, law of supply. Okay, understand P, quantity supply, quantity supply. Move back one. Right? When I take out my little arrow guy, as price goes up, quantity supplied goes up. As price goes down, quantity supplied goes down. Okay? Why? Because at higher prices, guys, profit-seeking firms have an incentive to produce more. As you produce more, however, the marginal cost increases. So you need excuse me, a higher price to cover those costs. So here is a chart that we've done for years. Okay, Miss Keats is looking for childcare for 2 young children. John involves caring for the children, light babysitting, light housekeeping. How many hours a week would you work? If we're paying you $1 a week, you guys are, whoever did this a couple years ago was out of their mind. But notice as the prices go up, $20 an hour, $25 an hour. If we're paying you $100 an hour, that's $4,000 a week. You still got to go to school, but then you babysit and you make $4,000 a week times 52 weeks. That's $208,000 a year minus taxes, unless it's under the table, which would be great. So when you go and you graph this in terms of this point, and I'm just going to pick some random points here, okay? What you're going to see is the supply curve starts to work from the bottom left to the upper right. And if I'm going to use a line here, right, it should look something, okay, like this, okay? Put a supply line right here, and the supply curve works up. Remember, demand curve down and to the right, supply curve up and to the right, okay? Now, in reality, if we're going to draw the entire supply curve, I just want to add this in just so you guys have it. It really looks like this, okay? It looks like a Nike swoosh. We'll get to why that is later, but from this point going on, the more you make, the more it costs to sell, okay? Because marginal cost increases. So same example, if you had a lawn cutting business and people are paying you $1,000 a lawn, just drop out of school and collect the money cutting lawns, right? To that point. So if we're talking about the price of cereal here, and this will be the last slide of the day, understand that I'm going to plot 5 points here. There's 1 and 10, there's 2 and 20, there's 3 and 30, 4 and 40, and 5 and 50. And when I go through, and I'll do the best I can to connect these dots here, okay, that's not bad. Okay, you see I have a curve at that point, moving up and down, okay? So on Monday, we're going to talk about the things that move the demand curve. What's the increase in supply look like? A decrease in supply will look like to that point. During office hours on Friday, we're going to go over the answers to the test. I know there were a couple of questions on the free response. We'll make sure we iron those out for you guys and go from there. So everybody take care. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Go Tigers.